Millions of Americans watched tonight as President Obama delivered his sixth State of the Union address.
Among them, a group of students at San Diego City College. San Diego 6's John Carroll watched this speech with them, and he joins us in studio with what stood out to those students. John.
Well, Netta, Jim, the president covered a variety of topics during his nearly hour-long speech. The group of students we watched the speech with consisted mainly of members of City College's and Mesa College's student government, and you can probably guess the issue that jumped out at them.
The President of the United States.
A handful of students watched the State of the Union via White House feed. The speech delivered entirely in split-screen format with graphics on the right side underlining the various topics as the White House sees them. The president touted his economic record.
Our economy is growing and creating jobs at the fastest pace since 1999.
As with just about every State of the Union, there was a nod to the military.
And we salute the courage and sacrifice of every man and woman in this 9/11 generation who has served to keep us safe.
And of course, there was much more. Climate change. The president pointing out that 14 of the last 15 years have been the hottest years on planet Earth since records have been kept. Mr. Obama urging Congress to take action on climate change. But of all the topics he covered, one jumped out at the students in this room.
And that's why I'm sending this Congress a bold new plan to lower the cost of community college. To zero.
I was real interested in basically on the free community college for the 2 years.
Interested, but Harris says she wanted more detail.
He did say that you will have to keep your grades up and have to finish on time. So I'm like, what would be the time expansion? Like your 2 years starts, would you be able to stop?
About giving everybody a fair shot, about extending opportunities. Obviously, this all ties back to education.
Like Breonna Harris, Mesa College Student Government President Jesus Escudero wanted more detail on the community college proposal.
What is going to be the impact for certain demographics, such as international students? How is this going to affect current financial aid?
Questions for another day. That's, of course, if the bill goes anywhere in the current Republican-controlled Congress.
Surprisingly optimistic, surprisingly bipartisan, willing to reach across the aisle.
Mesa College political science professor Carl Luna on the overall flavor of the address. But Luna says for all the president's olive branches to Republicans, there were also a few thorns of the veto variety. And Luna says the president clearly shifted gears in this speech.
Given that the president doesn't have to run for re-election again, he's moving towards statesman from being a politician. I think he can afford the optimism. The question for Congress, can they afford the cynicism going into the 2016 election?
Now, another big topic for the president tonight, a new tax on the rich, he says, to help out middle-class Americans. But even before the speech, Republicans made it clear that idea is a non-starter. Live in studio tonight, John Carroll, San Diego 6 News.